Hey, it's Denise. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome back if you have. Uh, as you can see, my puppy Percy has come home. Today's Tuesday. We got her home Saturday afternoon. Her crate is attached to a playpen area behind me. You can see the playpen is basically the back third of this room, which was like a storage slash guest room. So she does have the option of walking out of the crate into the playpen area. I'm sort of blocking, if you look over my shoulder, you can see there is a litter box. The breeder that she came from, litter box trains her puppies. So this way during the night, which is great because here in the Adirondacks at night it is well below freezing. In fact, it's below zero currently. Even today in the daytime, it's in the single digits. So it is very cold out, and taking a puppy out in the middle of the night would just be too cold to do to her every, hour and a half. She's 8.5 weeks old now. So the fact that during the night she can just get up and walk over and use her litter box, which I would say she's at least 75% accurate with at this point. She's not having many accidents, so she's definitely getting the hang of. Every once in a while she doesn't get there on time, but she definitely understands. She has not had a single accident in her crate. Occasionally she doesn't make it all the way to the litter box, but as you know, she's only been here for 3 days, and just over the 3 days I already see her getting much better. During the day I'm taking her out, or my son's taking her out. One of us is getting her out every hour, hour and a half, to give her the opportunity to do her business outside. And, rewarding her and praising her for doing it outside, because obviously, we'd like her to learn that that's the preferred place. But for the time being, realistically, a puppy, they say you figure 1 hour per month. So she's 2 months old, which means 2 hours is the longest that physically she would be able to hold her urine. And add to that, she's still learning where it's okay in a human house to go. And that's why I'm going with the setup that most professional trainers recommend, which is keeping her area limited so that she learns, like, this is her house and you don't make a mess in your house. The blue carpet you see behind me is basically where I've been sleeping the last 3 nights. I have one of those little foam kind of, glorified foam flip chairs from like the 80s that people put in their dorms to have, someone sleep over on the floor. Yeah. And we're all friends, so let's just pretend that you don't see this giant zit. And the fact that I know I'm always pale, but particularly washed out, and I think that's just a couple nights of not really getting any sleep. But anyway, back to Percy, the star of the show today. She did really well when I got to the breeders. She ran right up to me like I was a long-lost friend. She loves people, very social, not fearful at all. And I was concerned, with the whole COVID thing. I was very concerned about socializing a puppy. And the breeder had been making an extra effort of, letting her meet the FedEx guy when he'd come to the door, or letting her meet other families who were coming to pick up puppies at her house, just so she'd get to meet as many people as possible. And I've been doing the same. And she had yesterday her first visit to our vet, and he said that she's absolutely wonderful. She's in great health. He said obviously she's been well socialized and handled and conditioned. With the COVID restrictions, I was not able to go into the vet's office with her. It's kind of like curbside pickup. So I had to hand her off out at the car. The vet assistant brought her in. And then the vet called me on my cell phone while I was out in the parking lot and told me how everything went, and that she was, like I said, perfect health. And he was very impressed. He's like, when you see an 8-week-old poodle, it cracks him up, because other puppies haven't even learned to take a bath yet, and here she comes in and you can see she's already had clippers used on her face and paws. She's she's been properly trimmed for a poodle. And I told them that, I made a point of going with a really good breeder. I used Hillside Standard Poodles. They're in Rome, New York. If anyone, if you want to check them out, they have a website. But Rachel San is the owner, and she starts interacting with the puppies on day 3 in terms of just getting them used to being touched and interacted with. So by the time they come home at 8 weeks, her puppies have already had a couple baths. They've already been accustomed to clippers, like Percy's whole face and feet, listen to me, and I almost said hooves, paws are trimmed clean. So right now she's got a Chewy, and she's just resting in her crate. She just was out playing in the snow a few minutes ago. She's starting to tolerate me being out of the room for a few minutes at a time. The first day or two, she really, got nervous if someone, either me or Patrick, my son, wasn't in the room with her. But yesterday she started figuring it out, like, okay, they can leave the room and they're going to come back. There's no need to cry over it. And, I try not to push it, like make it more than 15, 20 minutes and come back before she starts crying, so that she gets the idea that she doesn't have to cry to get someone to come back. One thing I wanted to mention, because I did a review on it, was this Adaptil. I had bought it without ever having used it. The comments I saw on it online when I looked it up were very positive, which made me buy it. It's a pheromone-based product. Now, it comes in 2 forms, and of course I bought both of them. This one, it's like an air freshener plug-in that you plug into the wall, and you can put refills in it, and it lasts about a month. It's a pheromone scent that's supposed to be very relaxing and remind them of, I guess, the smell of relaxed dog, whatever that smells like to a dog. I have it plugged in, and then I have a plastic outlet protector that kind of comes out and covers it. So it makes like a box around it. But, and you need to use a finger on top and a finger on the bottom. Press both buttons at the same time.
Potty in the box. Good girl. Good girl.
We always praise if she looks like she's going to go potty in the box. Sorry for that interruption, but you got to catch those moments when they happen. So I have this, because the thing does get warm where you plug it in, and also obviously it's plugged right into an outlet. So I didn't want her, that sound you hear is her in the litter box. I don't want to jump with my praise too fast and scare her out of the litter box.
Good girl.
So I had the protective cover over the outlet, and luckily this thing, when it's plugged in, fits within that box, is basically what I'm trying to say. But I've noticed repeatedly from the very first night she came home that she walks over to it and puts her nose right at the top of the cover box and sniffs it. So, and I've seen her do it multiple times each day. So I do think it is a scent that she likes and that she finds pleasing, and she does walk over to it and sniff it. There's no missing the fact that she definitely does that. So I would have to say that I'm definitely giving this a thumbs up. I also bought, it comes in a little spray bottle that you can spritz, like to spray inside your carrier, your pet carrier. So before you went in the car, I sprayed the inside of the carrier so it would have that smell, the smaller crate that she travels in. And she was very relaxed in there, especially when you consider she's only, she just left her family. I mean, she's 8 weeks old. She just left her family. She's doing great, and this is kind of our setup. And like I said, I know I'm kind of in the way here. That lets you kind of see more of it. That bag, that plastic bag, is on the outside of the playpen fence. That's just the wood. It's not wood chips. They're like little compressed wood pellets, and that's what serves as litter. It's not dusty like cat litter. It's compressed pine, I believe, pellets. And that's what's in the litter box. I did hope that maybe I could use the puppy pads because I had bought the extra thick ones that have the tabs, like almost like on a baby's diaper, how it has the tape tabs. These puppy pads have the tape tabs so that you can stick them to the floor. And I was hoping I could stick them in the box, you know, the litter box, and that maybe she would use it. But as soon as she saw the pad, she just, like, it became her mission to try to rip it out and wave it around like a flag. And I was like, nope, I'm just going to stick with what the breeder had been using, which is the pellets. So that's where we're at, and I will fill you in with updates as we do more stuff. Thanks for checking out my video. Please take a moment to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and as always, thank you for watching.